Hello, viewers. You're welcome to Premier Sport Fan Center. This is our live watch along show, and today we are taking you to Turkish Super League. Yeah, and it is Galatasaray versus Gaziantep. This is supposed to be the match day 3 feature in the Turkish Super League, but it was postponed due to the Champions League activities of Turkish football. So, Turkish Football Federation decided to postpone this match. It will have been match day 3 encounter between Galatasaray versus Gaziantep, but it was postponed due to the match between Galatasaray versus Young Boys. I thought it was the Champions League, but yeah, it is going to take place today. And you can see the players line up for the match day 3. Yeah, we call it match day 3, but already other clubs have played up to 5 matches like Fenerbahce. Yeah, altogether they have played up to 5 matches in this Turkish Super League. And right now they are standing at the top of the table. Yeah, standing at the top of the table of the Galatasaray of the Turkish Super League. Yeah, right now they are standing with 5 games and 13 points, top of the table, while Galatasaray is sitting second with 12 points. Yeah, but with 4 match. With this game in hand, if Galatasaray is able to win this one today, they will go top of the Super League of this encounter. And talking about their opponent today, the Gaziantep, who is sitting 14th on the table of the Turkish Super League. Yeah, a lot of exciting moment we saw in the other encounter. What actually transpired? We saw Galatasaray on fire that very particular day. Yeah, against Sport when they trashed Sport 5-0. Yeah, it was they were charged. They were charged because of the inclusion of Osimhen and other players like Jakub and Smalaya also in that Galatasaray lineup. They were charged and they played football like never before. Yeah, and we're expecting to see more of that in today's encounter. But today, Galatasaray will be without Osimhen. Yeah, Galatasaray will be without Osimhen. Yeah, due to the fact that Osimhen and other players, which I will call their name to you later, yes, Victor Osimhen, Ismail Jakub, and Roland Salah, yeah, who were transferred after the postponement date, will not be in the squad due to the status. Yeah, that is the law. They will not be in the squad due to the status because the match was postponed. As at that particular period of postponement, their transfer deals were not sealed yet, and that is why they will not be part of it, because of the Turkish Football Federation have actually come up with that rules, and that is why they will not be in this encounter today. But never mind. We are expecting to see exciting moment of football today in the Turkish Super League. Yeah, gradually Turkish Super League is beginning to gain momentum. Yeah, with the inclusion of Osimhen and the special one. Yeah, we call him the special one. Yeah, at the point it was the special one. Yeah, and now it's in the Turkish Super League. Yeah, that is Mourinho. And on Saturday during the weekend, it is going to be Fenerbahce, Mourinho Fenerbahce versus Galatasaray and Osimhen. Gradually, we're beginning to see more exciting moment in the Turkish Super League. So, I want you to be my guest wherever you are. Whatever your thoughts are on this encounter. Yeah, you can send it in. Let's do justice to it. And right now, the match have kicked off, and it is Galatasaray. Yeah, with their orange and mixed white there. Yeah, attacking from the left to the right. And Gaziantep with a black jersey there, attacking from right to left. Right now, the ball is with the Galatasaray side here. Attacking cross into the team box. Yeah, and right now it is Galatasaray. Yeah, with the ball. But before that start running the commentary, let me quickly read out the lineup of these two sides here. Yeah, the lineup of these two sides in this encounter, where we have for Galatasaray, we have Muslara as a goalkeeper and as a captain. as the goalkeeper and as the captain. Muslera, yeah. Then we have Ihan. Sanchez is there. Badachi is also there. Kutu is there. Torreira is there. Gabriel Sara. Yeah, Yelmax. Martins. Akgon. Then Batshuayi. One player who is on fire right now for Galatasaray. We saw his exploit in the other encounter. And even before the match, left to the left wing there. It is Galatasaray who have the opportunity there to make it one. But throws into the box, but that one has been blocked. Yeah, but the referee said it's a goal kick there at this point in time. Yeah. So it's a goal kick there for Gaziantep there. That was a beautiful one shot there from the Galatasaray. Yilmaz there, yeah, it was the one who did that beautiful run up there, and he won. No. It was a goal kick. Baras Alpha Yilmaz, yeah, he's a forward player, age 24 years. Yeah, he took that beautiful shot there. But he was not lucky to get that goal here. And again, goal kick quickly taken by the Gaziantep side now into the center circle. And it's a battle of the midfielders there. And Galatasaray won that battle here, and they will fancy the chance of attacking here. But right now, from the center of the park, again, they decide to go to the left, which has been their favorite position in this encounter. Still, the midfielders there doing all the beautiful work there for Galatasaray. We did get the first goal here. Round send that one to the right flank of the pitch there. It is Galatasaray there. He returned that one again, and it is Galatasaray all over in this encounter. Yeah, right now I'm not alone in the studio. We have the key. You're welcome to the studio.
Good evening, and thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Viewers, it's a lovely evening. This is an evening of so much action. Tonight, the Champions League returns, and we know what happens at the Champions League level. But before we go into the main menu of Champions League, we have to enjoy the appetizer. So let's take this Galatasaray versus GFK as the appetizer. They call them Gaziantep Football Club, which is Turkey. We're taking this as an appetizer towards the Champions League coming a little later. Of course, part of the Champions League is already ongoing. Aston Villa, we know, is already taking on the young boys, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And we'll update you as we go also with the scores. So
Juventus also with PSV?
Juventus started already?
Yeah, Juventus, PSV, then a young boys, Aston Villa.
Aston
right
Villa.
Now,
so we'll be updating you as we go on with the score line. We'll be letting you into what's going on in that side. But Galatasaray, we know our connection with Galatasaray is Victor Osimhen right now.
Yeah.
And the young man is just trying to find his footing. Unfortunately, he's not playing today. For those who are just joining us, Solomon has already issued it out before. Osimhen is not playing today because of registration issues,
Yeah.
So we expect him to play later on by the time they sort his registration issues out. But for now, let's just enjoy the game. Galatasaray versus GFK as we give you updates on what's going on in the Champions League. Juventus and then Aston Villa as the favorites on the other side.
Yeah, as they go on the Champions League. Another big one. We're expecting another big one of the Champions League today by 8 o'clock.
AC Milan versus Liverpool.
And
that's going to be the cracker for tonight.
That's going to be the cracker.
Yes.
And there is another EFL game where we have Manchester United too. At 8 o'clock too today.
Manchester United in Champions League.
Not in Champions League.
Right.
Not in Champions League, in the EFL.
Okay, in the EFL.
Yeah.
Okay, so they had to give them something to do when others are playing Champions League. I'm sorry, Red Devil fans, but you guys have to get something to do while others are playing Champions League because you have to be represented. However it is, let's just keep steady. We wish Man U the best of luck in their game in the EFL, but back in Champions League and Turkish League, we're here for you all the way till 10 o'clock, I suppose.
Yeah, all the way to 10 o'clock we'll be here to cover all the matches, and we'll be doing justice to that. And in the Champions League, early kickoff today, it is Juventus that made it 1 against PSV. That goal came in the 21 minutes of that encounter, and it was Yildiz who got that goal and assist from Gonzalez in the 21 minutes of that encounter. Yeah, so that is the result. Then the other encounter is still goalless there. Yeah, it's still goalless there in the other encounter between Young Boys versus Aston Villa. And Galatasaray, Gaziantep, yeah, is 9 minutes old and it is goalless here. Both teams sizing each other. So gradually, what do you have to say about the league? So yeah, if we talk about the league ranking of this Turkish league, it is the ninth. You know, it is the ninth. Yeah, but gradually with this kind of introduction of players like players and coaches like Mourinho and Osimhen ranking.
Of course, we expect the inclusion of certain individuals to change the status quo. Mourinho is somebody you can't just rule out of any league. You can't keep him in a league and expect the league to be quiet. It's not possible. This man is a storm in a cup on his own. He can create anything. And he going there now will attract certain players to come to that league and to come to Fenerbahce. Already we know he's already pulling 1 or 2 players from Roma as he is. And some of the players who played with him before will also think about joining Fenerbahce or joining Galatasaray or coming to the Turkish league anyhow. And then you can see Victor Osimhen going to Galatasaray so easily and so happily. Batshuayi is a former Chelsea player. He's a hatchet man today because Victor is not here. But if Victor were to be here, he will possibly be the substitute striker. Or they possibly have to play 4-4-2 and play both of them. But however is it, Batshuayi is always going to be second fiddle to Victor Osimhen. So Turkish League, yes, will begin to get some recognition and begin to amass viewership as we go on. It's going to get more sponsorship as well, because once viewership increases, there's a chance.
Can they make his first goal there? Oh, cleared out by the defense of the Gaziantep there, and they will fancy the chances of countering. Yeah, a good league of play there and a good movement, body movement there, and it is a goal.
That is a beautiful goal from Yilmaz.
Goal number 1.
Yilmaz has given Galatasaray the lead, and that's what we're talking about. And he's done it exactly 10 minutes into the game. Yilmaz takes the lead.
Talking about of a striker,
Yeah,
you miss
yeah.
the first one, you don't miss the second one. You don't wait until you get like 6 or 5.
No, you're throwing stones. Now you're talking about some dancers we know from some other team. You know, but you know, that's actually the mark of a good striker. If you can convert your chances early enough, then your risk get that done. It's not going to be easy for you to get that done, but you have to work hard. So Galatasaray has to beef up. Fenerbahce would like to come back to winning ways. There was a time when our own bull Daniel Amokachi was in Fenerbahce, and it was doing greatly then, you know, back then. And we also had several players from Nigerian route who have been in Turkish league who did so well as well. But right now, Galatasaray has been like the sole administrator and the monopoly in that league. So Fenerbahce will want to beef up. They called Mourinho. People know that the coaches and the management knows that if you bring in the Mourinho, he will be able to attract the right players. However, it was pretty late in the transfer window. But expect Mourinho to bring in players by January. He's going to look, you know, they're possibly looking at the budget and looking at who is free and who he needs. And with Jose Mourinho, he's going to use more of powerful players. He likes African players who have power. Another goal is slipping.
Oh! And right now, the match is lighting up. The match between Galatasaray versus Gaziantep. Yeah, 1-0 so far. Goal scored by Yilmaz. And let's see what happened here. Right now, the ball is with Galatasaray. They're building from the middle of the park there. Right now, the ball in the center circle of the pitch there. They're just taking their time. And you can see the Gaziantep. They are not willing to come out at all, because they are aware of the dangers Galatasaray can bring forth right now. 21 minutes into that encounter.
Star for quite a while in that club. And then Victor Osimhen, we know, will have just, you know, he just won the league for Napoli, who had a league drought for 29 or 39 years. Almost so long a time. Children that were born the last time they had leagues are going towards grandparents already. And Victor Osimhen will lead them to getting that. And it was like he was the sole performer for that season because he was outstanding. He had the highest goal margin. He had the golden shoe for the Italian league. He was the best player of the league for that season. And then Napoli will win. So who wouldn't want that kind of guy on their side? And then look at Galatasaray here, trying to struggle, trying to come up, trying to be relevant. You know, they want to play in Champions League. They want to win Champions League, or possibly play in the final stages of Champions League. We know they've been coming to Champions League,
but they don't go into, they don't cross the group
yeah, you know,
stage.
they don't pass the group stage. So who are they going to defeat? Are they going to matches without police support? So for 3 games now, they haven't been able to watch their favorite team Arsenal play. They've been postponing their matches, and they believe that these are matches they could have won. 2 of them are home, 1 was to be away. They had a match against Feyenoord, their arch rival, you know, and they didn't allow them to play it. So they all took to the streets and went to the police headquarters simply because the police was on strike. So the police had been going on strike for pension wages and pension stuff. They want their pension scheme reviewed and their salaries and some social benefits granted them. So they weren't working on those days. And then Ajax fans are annoyed. They went to the street protesting. That tells you how passionate these fans can be. They're like, look, this is our life. We work Monday to like whenever, but these matches, they give us joy.
Wow.
And for 3 weeks, you've denied us of watching our favorite team play. So it's a state problem now in Amsterdam.
Wow. You can hear that. You can hear that. Football is what we love. It's like some people's food, yeah, you know. And in the other encounter, let me quickly the match in the Champions League. Aston Villa, they are the debutant. They are one of the debutant in the Champions League this time around. This is the first. Yeah, the debutant. So right now they are leading 2-0 in this encounter against Young Boy. The second goal was scored by Jacob Ramsey. Yeah, Jacob Ramsey in the 40th minute. No, not the 40th minute. It was scored in the 38th minute of this first half. So right now it is Aston Villa 2, Young Boys 0. And moment for Galatasaray, will they make it 2 here? He has a man to beat. Good play by Bashashi. And a cross on the center.
I think it's just a time for everybody to have 2. Because Juve got their 2, Villa got their second, and now Galatasaray has their second. And that was a beautiful step over by Batshuayi. Batshuayi just dropped the ball for his teammate, and that went straight.
Wow, what a goal for Galatasaray. Galatasaray 2, Gaziantep 0. What a day of football. Then we have a message here in our WhatsApp page. This message is from Elmidine Kalakzini. He said, cool. Wow. Elmini Kalakzini, he said 2-0. Wow. That's great, man. And I think this should be from Turkey.
Okay, the name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's great. So that's great. You know, some people want to watch the match. They don't have the rights or the view. So you can join us. We'll continue to try relay the match and give you as much as we can of the match between Galatasaray and Gaziantep Football Club.
Yeah. So right now the match is 2-0 in favor of Galatasaray. Yeah. 2 goals scored in this encounter. This is the 28th minute of this encounter, and it's Galatasaray 2, Gaziantep 0. The match is being played in Rams Park in Istanbul, a 53,798 capacity stadium. That's a big one.
Yes, and the second goal came from Akgun.
Wow.
Akgun.
Yeah.
That's the left winger for Galatasaray. The right winger, Yilmaz, scored the first one, and the left winger, Akgun, scored the second one. Both of them are Turkish players, Turkish origin. And Batshuayi, their top man, is yet to get his own number.
Another thing, if you look at what Batshuayi has done, is directly involved is involved in the 2 goals scored so far.
Yes,
he's moved the first one and the second one.
He's playing a mature football, a really mature football. That's what Victor Osimhen will have done too. You have a player who is in a better position to shoot and score. You excuse the ball. You just excuse yourself of the ball so they could take the shot. So he just deceived the defender and then let his teammates have the ball.
And it is 3 here. It's 3 here for Aston Villa. Yeah, they are running riot here.
I think the young boys are going to suffer today. The young boys are from where? Belgium?
Yeah.
Or which league are they coming from?
Yeah, let me confirm that. It's 3-0. Oli Watkins. Oli Watkins is the scorer of that goal here. Yeah. Oli Watkins is the scorer of that goal. So that is the situation right now. It is the Switzerland Super League. Yeah, it's from Switzerland. Young boys from Switzerland.
Switzerland. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
These guys are really being peppered here. And Aston Villa is away.
It's away.
Young boys are home being mauled. 3 already in the first.
We saw
half hour.
Yeah, we saw that Newcastle. When they qualified for the Champions League last season, they came on their first match. They defeated PSG, and everybody were shouting, "Oh, Newcastle have arrived! They've come!" And towards the end of the day, they didn't even make it to the out of the group stage.
Yeah, well, that's because they couldn't sustain the momentum. Champions League is not your friend. Like we say around here, it's not your mate. You have to be prepared and you have to be very consistent. And that's extremely consistent. So you don't just win one match or two and then go to bed. No. I wouldn't know what happened to Newcastle. That was their debut performance too. And because they were just coming in, they were possibly overwhelmed by the so many matches to play later on. They were in the EFL, they were in the Carabao Cup, they were in the FA, they were in Champions League, they were still playing Premiership. So they were possibly overwhelmed and couldn't sustain that pressure, that demand of Champions League. Hence, they couldn't make it out of the group stage. And as well, they were in a very tough group, if I recall very well. They were in a group with super clubs.
PSG was there.
PSG was there. I think there was a German team in that club and that group as well. And they had a very tough fixture in that encounter. So I think it was the easiest one. They won first. And then they had to go uphill against PSG. They won PSG or they drew PSG on their home soil.
They won PSG in their own soil. Then they went away and drew. They
drew. Yeah. And then they had to face a German club as well. And I can't recall very well the other team in the club, in the group. But their group was really tight. I didn't give them much chance to make it through. And it went just as predicted.
So the goal scored by Oli Watkins has been chopped off for handball. Yeah, it has been chopped off for handball. And Juventus vs PSV, it is half-time in that encounter. 2-0. Juventus are leading 2-0 and it is half-time. Then the match, Galatasaray, Gaziantep is still 2-0 in that encounter at the 32nd minute of that encounter.
Juve versus PSV here. I see Yildiz scoring the first goal and then McKinney scoring the second goal. Yeah. These are young players. These are players that we hope will be in the game for so long and they will give us something to watch for a long time to come. But if you look at their statistics for this first half, for PSV, they had 8 shots on goal, while Juve had 9 shots at goal. The shots that went directly to the post was 1 for PSV, while Juve had 3 going towards the goalkeeper. Of the 3 from Juve, 2 of them went in as goals. Possession was in favor of PSV Eindhoven. Dutch players can hold ball. They play possessive football a lot in the Dutch Eredivisie. And it actually shows in the statistics with PSV holding 55% of the ball, while Juve at home was just in touch with 45% of the ball. 285 passes were made by PSV, while only 235 were successfully made by Juventus. Pass accuracy was 88% apiece. So they actually matched shoulder to shoulder. In terms of fouls, PSV had more fouls, 3 fouls versus Juve's just 1 foul. Yellow cards was 0-0. No red cards in the first half. Offside was 0 in the first half. And then we have 3 corners for PSV Eindhoven, while we have only 1 for Juventus of Italy. That's actually the statistics for the first half. And it actually shows that PSV can still come back in this game. They can still score goals because they are threatening, they are attacking, and they are shooting at the goalkeeper as well.
Yeah.
And if I understand this Dutch players very well, they are very patient in their build-up, and they can bring anything out at any given time.
Yeah. And talking about the Juventus side, the Italian side too, they are very defensive in nature. You have to have top strikers to get a goal here against an Italian team. Yeah, most especially Juventus. We know they are good at the point in time. Those bookies, one of my friends told me, anytime you want to play any Italian, you play under because they score lesser goal because of their defensive nature.
No, but I think those things are changing now.
Yes, gradually changing.
You see score lines like 4-1. The last game between Napoli and
I think that was 2-3 years ago. It was like that, but it has actually changed from last.
It's changing like this season. Just over the weekend, Napoli was hosted by Genoa. Also, I think it was Genoa or Cagliari, and Napoli will score 3 goals past them on their home soil, and they were so disappointed. They had to beg their fans. They had to plead with their fans. Even their mascot. Somebody sent a picture. Even their mascot had to join them to plead with their fans for suffering such a heavy defeat at home against Napoli. I think it was even 4 goals against Napoli.
All right, we have a message here on our Facebook page, and it's from Onona Anthony Chimeze. He said, I am not paying attention to Galatasaray club to keep with our VO9. It's not more VO9, VO45.
Well, we still refer to him as VO9.
All right, Anoma Anthony, thanks very much for keeping up with Galatasaray. That is, we know most Nigeria, it's on popular demand. That is why we are bringing it to you, to your doorstep, so that you'll be part of the Galatasaray. So right now, it is 2-0 in favor of Galatasaray. We hope to see Osimhen in the big match during the weekend against Fenerbahce.
Yes. So let's hope Victor will be registered by the weekend, and then he can play, because they can afford not to have Victor against Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, they can afford. And right now, it is 36 minutes into this half here, and this game, the Turkish Super League, Galatasaray versus Gaziantep, is 36 minutes old right now. So, and it is 2-0 in favor of Galatasaray at this point in time. Yeah, Doki have actually read out the stars, and that is how
we have 14 of them for Galatasaray.
Wow.
That's a wide margin. So this is an unbalanced game. This is so uneven. In fact, this is like David versus Goliath here. This is an oppression. 14 shots against 1 of the visitors. And then you have shots on target. You had 6 of them going directly to the goalpost or the goalkeeper for Galatasaray, and only 1 for Gaziantep. And in terms of possession, Gaziantep will hold only 40% of the possession, while Galatasaray is holding on to 60% of the time. I think that statistics may even need to be adjusted, because what we're seeing in this game shows something like 70-30 or 65-25. 35 or something. The passes made by Galatasaray here is 189, while Gaziantep has just made 139 passes so far in this game. This is the 39th minute of the game, and Galatasaray has 85% pass accuracy against 74% of their visitors, Gaziantep. Fouls recorded. Galatasaray has recorded 5 fouls against Gaziantep's 1 foul. Yellow cards, 1 for Galatasaray and none at all for Gaziantep. No red cards so far. 2 offside for Gaziantep, 1 for Galatasaray, and 5 corners have been taken in this game. And guess who has all the 5? Galatasaray.
Wow. That is dominance, man. The dominance.
Super dominance.
Dominance, the fullest there in this encounter. But
it is an oppression.
Talking about Galatasaray playing this way without some of the big name and some of the new signing, I called out some of the names of the signings that we are not included in this encounter, having same problem with Osimhen, Yes. And but you see them playing like this.
Yeah, I think they have a good team. They won the league last season.
Yeah, back to back.
And it wasn't a fluke. So these were the players that won the league for them. They've been playing together for quite a while. Some of them for years. Somebody like Yilmaz has been in this club for like 4 years. And we had Akgon also, who has been here for quite a long time. Batshuayi joined them about 2 seasons ago. The first was a loan, and then it got converted. So they are together. They have been playing like this. They have a good coach who has been working on them, and they have the mental superiority. Don't forget that. You know, when you're playing someone you believe you're bigger than, you actually play with some level of control.
Yeah.
And you have some confidence. You're not shaky. You know, you're not looking for a balance. The respect here will be very, very small. You're dealing with a smaller, organization or a smaller club. So that's it for them. Head-to-head record, if you look at Gaziantep versus Galatasaray, Gaziantep has won only one out of their 5 previous encounters, while Galatasaray has won 4 over 5 times. So that is 80% win for Galatasaray in their last 5 meetings. By the time you add this meeting, it's going to be like 5 over 6, which is about 87% for them.
Wow.
So that's a lot, when you have such superiority over your opponent. And when they won them the last time, it was 2-1, 3-0, 2-1, 3-1.
Wow.
And then, Gaziantep only won one of those episodes, just one win, and it was a small margin. So Galatasaray has all the advantages, really, over this opponent. And the team is together. If they were facing Fenerbahce with this crop of players, and they can still play like this, then you have to give it to them. But they're playing Gaziantep, that is sitting not very high on the table. Gaziantep is occupying the 14th position in the Turkish league, while Galatasaray is on the first rank of the table.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah,
They
so
were second before, but with this victory right now,
they're
going
not
top
on
of
the top.
Fenerbahce.
So they're playing against a team in the relegation zone, because they only have 19 teams in there, and they're playing in 14th position with only 6 points amassed so far.
Wow, we can hear that, you can hear that, and that is the situation of this encounter right now. And talking about this match is still on, and it is Galatasaray asking all the question. Yeah, dominating play, dominating possession, and also
Galatasaray will go again.
Oh, he tried to link up with Bashwai, but that one has been blocked by the defense of Gaziantep there. Back into the hands of the Gaziantep defense. You see, they don't hold ball for long, the Gaziantep side. Whenever they hold the ball, they are easily dispossessed of the ball by the Galatasaray player there in this encounter. So right now it is still on, and Galatasaray looking good in this moment. And you can see the fans. They must be the happiest fans right now.
Oh yes,
back to back.
You can actually see the joy on their faces. In fact, what the fans are looking for now is goal dominance. They want to see the goal difference widen from what Mourinho is bringing to Fenerbahce. As it stands right now, their goal aggregate is 3, while that of Fenerbahce is 2. They have scored. They have a goal difference of 13. Pardon me. Goals against were 3, and the goals they have scored in 5 matches, 16 goals have been scored in 5 matches against 3 conceded. While Mourinho's team has scored only 13 goals, and they have conceded 2, giving them a goal margin of 13 to 11. So I'm sure these fans are looking forward to seeing more goals, and say, look, let's widen the gap. Let's go far as possible from this Fenerbahce, because before they played this match, Fenerbahce was on top of the league table by 1 point. And then that because they had an outstanding. Fenerbahce has already played 5 games already. So this is their own 5th game, and then winning this game with a good goal margin makes the fans really comfortable, especially when you are playing in front of your home fans. You can see that the stadium is not fully filled. This is about 75-80% of the capacity, possibly. But if they are playing a strong team like Fenerbahce, the stadium will be filled to capacity, and it will be overflowing as it may be. But trust me, these fans really want to enjoy. They want to enjoy soccer. They want to see the goals, and they want to see their team play in a higher level. They have won the league several times. It's a common thing for them now. They want to see more challenges. Let's go on an adventure. Let's do something different in the Champions League or something. All
right, let's see. We'll see Fenerbahce. We'll see Galatasaray in the Champions League. We just hope to see them and see what they bring to the party here. And it is an offside against Gaziantep right now. Quickly taken by the Galatasaray player there. Now they take from the middle of the park now to the left wing, the left flank of the pitch there, and it is Galatasaray building momentum from the midfield there, dominating the mid of the field there, and the Gaziantep players, the defenders, just looking all men behind the ball. But hey, what are you defending when you are 2 goals down?
You mean the
Why? What do you? What,
Gaziantep?
yeah.
No,
What
you.
will they be defending when you are?
Oh no! When you're facing a much stronger opponent, you want to keep them from scoring more goals. You want to reduce the gap. So possibly you could have a chance and pull one back, and then it becomes game on if you can score one goal. But look at the form of attack Galatasaray has been putting up. Their attacking form is superb. Very aggressive wingers who take the ball to the defense line, score play, and then you have Batshuayi not being selfish there, positioning other midfielders and other wingers to score. And that is a serious oppression. When you hold the midfield and you're still in their final third, taking them to the cleaners and scoring the goals. So you have to actually beef your defense and say, look, if we're not scoring, let them stop scoring us. At least we don't want to go here with a bag of balls. Let's just go with as low as we can, and that's what they're doing. So they keep the defense line and they hit Galatasaray. They try to hit them on the counter attack. They did one or two already, facing their goalkeeper. They almost pulled a goal, but for the weakness of the striker. They took a very weak shot with the striker, which was just like a back pass to the goalkeeper. And at another point,
Super League, where we feature Galatasaray vs Gaziantep today. And back now into the encounter that is the Champions League. The second half just commenced in that encounter. Juventus PSV second half just commenced right now, and in a moment the match between Young Boys versus Aston Villa will also commence. Talking about Aston Villa, who are just having their debut in the Champions League, with the kind of coach they're having, Unai Emery, we just hope to see a greater Aston Villa in this Champions League.
Of course, we know Unai Emery to be one of the top class coaches. He has proven that over and over in PSG, in Villarreal. He was in the Premiership. He did his possible best. He showed his stuff, and he can actually take your team and put them in a Champions League spot. Then he's going to do that. Aston Villa, we know last season were the surprise team with Unai Emery. He actually took them beyond a lot of expectations. They finished 4th or 5th on the table.
Finished 4th.
4th on the table at the end of the season, edging out the likes of Chelsea, Man United, Tottenham Hotspur. He edged out all those guys and staying with the big boys. Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool only were ahead of Aston Villa, and that's a very big feat to achieve in such a competitive league. For Aston Villa, and that was because of the impact of Unai Emery's techniques. He's a very consistent coach. He likes to hold the ball, he likes playing the ball, and he enjoys taking his options. And he has good strikers who can do that for him. Watkins has thrived so much under his leadership and his coaching, and he's taking good advantage. In fact, Watkins had become one of the hot strikers in the Premiership right now.
Even called up to the England squad.
Called up and performing in the Euros. Even when Harry Kane couldn't score in a game, Watkins will come in and redeem the Three Lions. And that's what Unai Emery, and that's what great coaches do for players. They actually bring up players and they put them out there in the world. So Unai Emery will actually help Aston Villa a lot. He will help them to maintain their consistency. They did so well last season. Now they have to prove they are not Leicester City. You don't want to win the league.
City and they're not Newcastle. We saw them.
You don't want to win the league one season and the following season you're finishing 12th, 13th, 14th. Or you don't want to win the league one season and 2 seasons after you're going on relegation. So you need that consistency, and I think Emery will be able to bring all those to the table to help. And by the way, I just remember now that Galatasaray didn't make it to the Champions League this season. Because the same young boys being walloped by Aston Villa actually sent them packing from the playoffs. They had a 2-leg session with them. Young boys defeated them here in Istanbul 0-1 and then took them to Switzerland and defeated them 3-2. I remember I followed the second leg a lot because I just had this particular interest in the game. I didn't even know Osimhen was going to come here. I just had interest and hoping that Galatasaray will upset the young boys, because for me Galatasaray seemed to be a more offensive, more interesting club to see in the Champions League than the young boys. We've seen young boys sometimes, but they were always the whipping team in any group they fall in. And they have opened their account again of being whipped. And they are going to be well whipped, because if Aston Villa started whipping them at home, then what do you expect Madrid to do for them? Or Bayern Munich? Or Arsenal, if they face the Gunners in the Champions League. So far for me, I think it's not going badly. Emery will help Aston Villa. Aston Villa may even cross the first hurdle and go into the second round of Champions League. Who knows? Even on their debut.
Yeah, they're looking good. They're looking good so far with this goal so far scored, and they're looking good. So if you're watching us for the first time, please don't forget to follow us on our Facebook page. Just tap the follow and you follow us. Then for our YouTube page, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube page to be part of the show. And Juventus just made it 3 right now in this encounter. Early goal of the second half here. And I think that goal was scored by Gonzalez. Yeah, the one who created the assist for Yildiz in the first half. Now just got his own goal here. And this time around is Vlahovic who gave that assist in the Champions League here.
And that goes against all my expectations. I expected PSV to do better than this while playing at the in Juventus with the old lady. But they have fallen under the weight of the pressure, and it looks like they're not going anywhere. PSV is not going anywhere other than return to Amsterdam or where they came from, Eindhoven. So congratulations, good one from Juve, and the boys are really going on rampage. They're just scoring and copying. That was the last goal was by Gonzalez, right?
Yeah.
Gonzalez scored the last goal, and that's a beautiful one. McKinney, Gonzalez, Yildiz already on the score sheet at 53 minutes, and that's a serious. That's going to be a long night for PSV Eindhoven.
Talking about the PSV, sometimes when you look at the league, it also matters because you play in your own league, you play with a smaller team, and they say in the city of the blind, one eye man is
a king.
Yeah, so you play with them and get all the 7 goals, 6 goals, 5 goals. But when you come to this kind of competition, where the best defenders in the world are there, the best strikers are there, the best goalkeepers are there, you hardly get 7-6 goals. Yeah, and that is why one of the reasons why I just look at it that Juventus at home, they will definitely defeat PSV.
That's a good one. That's a good expectation. Oh well, but as it looks, it's not looking bad at all for for Juventus, with the likes of Gatti, Bremer, Cambiaso, and Kalulu manning the defense. And they had the midfielders Renas, Locatelli, McKinney, and in front we have Gonzalez, Vlahovic, and Yildiz doing the work for them. And now looking at PSV, they have Bakayoko here. This is the same Bakayoko that was in Chelsea at the time. And Chelsea has actually sown a lot of seeds around the world. If you ask me, they've actually bought a lot of players that were.
And sometimes people sell their best.
Well, they sold Salah, and they also sold what's his name now? They sold De Bruyne. So De Bruyne, yeah. I'm sure they regret selling those two, but they won't be regretting selling Bakayoko or Batshuayi or the rest of them. Okay, so you have Luke de Jong manning the strike force. Is a talisman for PSV. Luke de Jong actually scored. He was the highest goal scorer for last season in the Eredivisie. When he was in Barcelona, he played 1 season in Barca, or half season in Barca. He was usually brought in when Barca was on the back foot, and you had to pull something out of the hat. And guess what? This guy delivered about 7 over 10 of the time. Just put the cross through, he will get his head to it. And that's how he scores most of his goals. Very wonderful, effective header. In fact, at that time, he was the most effective goal scorer with a head in Europe at the time. And he's done a lot of that with PSV Eindhoven, helping them also to win the league last season and getting the golden boot in the Dutch league. You also have Tillman in front playing with him, but these are big names in European football. Tillman, De Jong, and Bakayoko. It's just that they're not going to be at the level of Juventus and the kind of formation the Italians will put up. And in midfield, you have Schoten, you have Till, you have Verman. In defense, PSV keeps Dams, Boscagli, and Flamingo, with the right back being Ledesma and the goalkeeper being Dromel. The goalkeeper for Juventus is De Gregorio. You know, that sounds a lot like a Latino. The Gregorio. That's a guy manning the goalpost for Juve today. And it's been a lovely game. 3-0 already, 56th minute of the game. And Juve is in the driving seat.
Yeah, Juve in the driving seat in the Champions League, looking good so far. Aston Villa also looking good, and the second half of that match to have commenced in the Champions League. And it is Aston Villa still leading in that encounter right now. It is the 52nd minute of that encounter, and Aston Villa leading. Then Juventus also leading 3-0 in the 58th minute, of that encounter. So good for them. So good for them. So any moment from now, the match will commence between Galatasaray versus Gaziantep. Let's quickly look at the bench of these two sides. Yeah, definitely we know Osimhen is not there, but let's look at the bench of these two sides, where we have Akman, yeah, then Edin, Baltachi, Damerbe, Demer, Dilek, Couples, Guevange, Gillette, and Nelson. Yeah, Nelson also on the bench. Then is Icardi, who is having injury, is not going to feature today. Yeah, Icardi is having injury.
That's the same Icardi from PSG, the former striker.
Yeah. And it's one of their big names there from Argentina. Yeah. Then for Gaziantep, where we have Oblak, Bozam, Karker, Edogan, yeah, Karkas, yeah, Kizigdag.
Exactly.
So
that's
almost going to 70.
That's just the right way. That's the place it should be, because what we saw is different from what statistics that was placed here.
Yeah, and if you look at the goal attempt here, 17 goal attempt for Galatasaray. There are just 3 for Gaziantep there. You know, then shot on goal, 6 for Galatasaray, 2 for Gaziantep. Shot off goal, 8 for Galatasaray, just 1. No, corner kick, 5 corner kick for Galatasaray, 1 for Gaziantep there. And the goalkeeper save, Gaziantep goalkeeper save 3, and Galatasaray goalkeeper save 2 there in that encounter. So it's a total dominance in this encounter.
Yes, it's an oppression. It's not just a dominance. This is a total oppression. It's like, just like I said, it looks more like a giant and a pygmy competition, kind of duel, and you expect both of them to fight fairly. How can that be? There's no fairness in this fight. This is like using a big hand against a small one, you know. And the game against young boys Aston Villa is still 2-0. Emiliano Martinez, the goalkeeper of Aston Villa, he had some press issues over the weekend, and he was advised to keep himself from all those controversial celebrations he does. You know, he had a spell. He almost had a ban from FIFA for his celebration at the World Cup. You know, he was holding his crotch in Qatar, in public, in front of the camera. That is offensive. But he escaped the hammer of FIFA. And then also, in the last game they played in Copa America, he also had something that's terrible. He did something.
So that means it's an attitudinal problem.
It is an attitudinal problem. The last match they played against Peru or Colombia, he did something again. It was offensive in his attitude. And some of the veterans, I think a veteran actually spoke out and said Martinez needs to caution himself if he's going far in his career as a footballer. And if he wants to go down as a legend, you actually have to watch your attitude. You don't just express yourself without considering other people. They also have rights, and you don't want to break any rules while doing your own thing. Well, you know, because Martino is too expressive and he's so boisterous and very, very aggressive goalkeeper at that. But in his job, he has been a very wonderful performer. He's one of the best penalty savers in the world. If you're looking at the statistics, he saved his country, he saved Aston Villa, he has saved all his teams from conceding or going down on penalty kicks severally, and is remarkable for that. And as it is, he's one of those most feared goalkeepers when you have to play a spot kick against him. And they're not doing badly right now. He hasn't conceded any goal today. The goal margin is still 2 in favor of Aston Villa, with Telemann scoring at the 27th minute and Ramsey scoring at the 38th minute. Other people in the park for Aston Villa here are M. Rogers, McGuinness, Onana. That's not the Man U Onana. This is another Onana. And then you have Lucas Digne, Torres and Konsa. You also have Bogarde in the defense line for Aston Villa. For the young boys, they have Van Balmos, Al Zakema, Kamara, Tizokro, Hajam, Niase, Lopa, Monteiro, Greenish, and Coley. And their striker, the hatchet man, is Gamvola. So the game between Aston Villa and young boys taking place in the city and in Switzerland against in Champions League is still 0-2 in favor of Aston Villa as at the 59th minute.
Wow, at the 59th minute, still leading in that encounter. That is a good one. Then any moment from now, the match between Galatasaray, second half of it, to be precise, will commence any moment from now. The halftime of that encounter will be over. I think it is time up. They should be coming back to the pitch right now. Let's go off a little bit. The Super Eagles of Nigeria and the coach issue.
Yeah, I think this we were hearing some rumors about another coach being brought in. I can't really.
But don't you think Eguavoen should be given chance?
Now the challenge with having Eguavoen again, because a lot of us seem to forget Eguavoen's past very quickly. Eguavoen has a past with the Nigerian Super Eagles, dating back to 2006, 2008, 2013. He taking us to the Nations Cup, winning the Nations Cup. Or Stephen Keshi. No, I think it was Keshi that won the Nations Cup. Keshi won the Nations Cup. But Eguavoen has taken us out of so many tournaments when he was given the chance to lead us into, to qualify for those tournaments. He has taken us out of 2-3 major tournaments in the past. And he winning one and drawing one recently may not mean he's back or he's different now. Because you have to look at the quality of the coaches too. And as much as we want to use a local coach, I'm support of a local coach. We can have a Nigerian coach in place. It's going to be wonderful, especially one that can flow well with the players. But not when it's just on trial. Give him a permanent job now, and then we might see something else.
Okay, what I was saying now, outside the results, 1 win, 1 draw, outside the results, it's like from the view of some of the Nigerian fans, this is the kind of football we want to see Super Eagles playing. So outside the results, do you think some of the fans are right?
But I don't think he did much to that team. I don't think he did much to that team. I think what he just put together was to give them room to express themselves, rather than contain them to be defensive, as Pesero did. Pesero is a Portuguese coach. The first thing they do is try and create their defense. When Mourinho came to Madrid, he lost his first match against Barca 0-5 or 5-0 at the Camp Nou. And when they interviewed him, the only thing he said is, we still haven't got the defense right. So he was first of all interested in the defense. And I understand Pesero is also Mourinho's friend.
Okay.
Yeah, they grew up together. They possibly went to the same academy, trained together in the coaching school. So they are both running defensive tactics. Nigeria didn't like the defensive tactics, but it was giving us a wobble and fumble like Fani Amu of the 1999. It was giving us that wobble and fumble attitude to the final, and we got to the final wobbling and fumbling. So people enjoyed us getting to the final, but people didn't like the game we played.
Yeah.
So we don't want that kind of play. But Eguavoen didn't do much. He just told the players, express yourselves. And that is not much, really. So you're looking for a coach with a philosophy. So what's going to be Eguavoen's philosophy? What's he going to introduce into the club? You know, we spoke about Unai Emery now, working on Aston Villa, changing their pattern, bringing another philosophy to their play. And over one season and a few months, you can see clearly that Aston Villa is playing a totally different game from what they used to play. It used to be kick and follow, long balls over the midfield, straight into the opponent's area. But now Aston Villa will run you down like they're playing chess. Exactly. So that's the philosophy we're talking about. Is Eguavoen going to introduce that kind of philosophy? So if the Super Eagles are saying, look, let's look at Shafa. Shafa for me is a German coach, and the rumor is like, okay, Nigeria agrees deal with Shafa for Super Eagles coaching job. We don't know yet. These are still rumors until we see it well established. It's just a deal yet. It hasn't been signed. But if they should bring in a German coach, we're going to see quite some difference in the gameplay the Nigerian Eagles will play. Because German coaches, German teams like to hold the ball. They like to draw the ball on the floor. They like to pass the ball. And they enjoy scoring a lot of goals. They are usually offensive. Just take a look at Bayern Munich. Take a look at Dortmund. Take a look at Leipzig. Look at those Leverkusen. Leverkusen is using Alonso now, who is a Spanish coach. Yeah, Spanish coaches like scoring goals too. But just see the way German teams play. And that's what this guy can bring to the table. Can make them much more offensive. Look at what Hansi Flick is doing at Barcelona. Barca has always been an offensive team, attacking, trying to get the scores. But for the past 2 seasons, Xavi was not that high scoring. Xavi usually ended with 1-0, 2-1, defended 1-0 a lot of times.
And he was the one who actually changed that tiki-taka of Barcelona.
Well, he reduced the tiki-taka-ness to let's continue to be offensive. But look at him. As Flick came and said, look, let's play this ball and increase the attack. And they have been scoring 6 goals, 4 goals, 3 goals against Girona. Look at Girona. Barca will score 4 goals to 1 against Girona. And that's powerful.
That's powerful.
And the previous match, they scored 6 goals. And so that's what a German coach who knows his onions can bring to the table. And that's what I expect a Shafa to bring in. So if they're taking in a German coach and it's a good one, I'm in support, absolutely.
All right, you can hear that from Doki, and that is a good analysis of what is happening right now in this Super Eagles coaching job. Right now, back to the match between Galatasaray versus Gaziantep. Right now, still 2-0, and it is 49 minutes, 4 minutes into the second half of this encounter, and it is still 2-0, no goal scored yet by Gaziantep at this point in time. So let's see what the second half brings forth in this encounter. Right now, the goalkeeper of Galatasaray threw that one to his backman there, and into the middle of the park there. And again, he returned it back to the goalkeeper, who is out of his box there, and it's the one supplying all the ball to the Galatasaray player there. And the Gaziantep are refusing to come out against him. And right now, again, they lost the ball, and it is Gaziantep who is in possession of the ball. Can they attack against Galatasaray? Right in the middle of the park. So much body in the center circle there. And Galatasaray actually get that one and continue dominating of possession. But they decide to go to the right park of the right wing there. And back again into the middle of the pitch there. And look at the way they just stringing the passes around against the Gaziantep team there. And definitely the possession will increase in this second half.
That's Galatasaray still attacking. They're attacking from the left part of the field, and the shot is taken, which just swings right over the goal line. That will be a goal kick for Gaziantep to restart the game.
Yeah, goal kick for Gaziantep to start the game. That is a beautiful lefter there. A beautiful lefter there by Gabriel there for Galatasaray. Yeah, that one went high above the crossbar there. High above the crossbar at this point in time, yeah.
Okay, so as it is, coming back to the Nigerian Super Eagles issue, the Shafa man actually coached Cameroon before, and he coached Thailand, he coached, I think he coached Jamaica, and I don't see those as wonderful items in the resume that we can be proud of. Thailand is not a strong footballing nation. Jamaica is not, and Cameroon didn't do much, even with him in their as the gaffer of the club of the team. So I don't know why Nigeria is settling for him, but.
But
What do I know?
probably let them confirm. We have to confirm all those.
I think it's there's a deal in place. So it's just that the Labadia issue. Labadia was also, the deal was already sealed, but Labadia backed out at the last minute. So if this guy is not going to back out, I think he's been given the job already. From what I read here, Shafa has agreed to the job, and all they need to do is just present him now. And the governor is returning back to the NFF technical committee where he came from, back from the Super Eagles coaching job.
All right, let him return back to the technical committee there, and let's see. And in the Spanish La Liga, the match between Mallorca versus Real Sociedad is 1-0. Yeah, Mallorca leading Real Sociedad at this point in time. There's the 57 minutes of that encounter. Yeah, that is it. I never expected. I expected a both team to score there, but it's not over yet because we're still having like 33 minutes to play there in that game. So back to the match between Galatasaray versus Gaziantep. It's 2-0. It is a throw right now to Gaziantep, who from their own on the right pitch there. He threw that one back to his man there, and oh, that is a very short pass there. He would have lost that ball, and
that was very dangerous.
Yeah,
it could have been disastrous.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Baswaye was not going to allow them to go scot-free from that error. He will have faced the goalkeeper directly, and anything can happen.
Yeah, we can see the Gaziantep coming out this second half into the 18 box. Can they make it one? Oh, but that was a very, very bad first touch there. His first touch led him down.
That was a very silly touch because all he needed to do was just turn and score play. Just send it into the 6-yard box.
And if it's not sending it, you should pass. You cross it. There's a player there.
He was going to turn back. He was supposed to send it in. Look at it. Just turn and send it into the penalty area.
Ooh.
And then he turns it away from the penalty area.
Wow, wow.
And that's very poor. That's from Gaziantep. That's what happens when you have low-profile players. Unfortunately, they have a truckload of them at Gaziantep. We don't even know them.
We don't even know them, and the player for Gaziantep there is down. He's down, injured, and the referee has actually called the team doctors there to come attend to him, and they've taken him out of the pitch to be attended to at this point in time. Yeah.
And Juventus still leads by 3-0 against PSV Eindhoven, right there in Italy.
Yeah, still leading. And Aston Villa also leading 2-0 against the young boys. But these boys are not too young. Are they too young? Or just the name?
And usually people should not be called old ladies. Because that's their own name. That's their other name. They are the old ladies.
All right. Let's see how it goes in these early games of the Champions League. Looking like there will be clean sheet here in this encounter. Juventus, I know they have a good defense, and let me see if PSV can get one in this encounter, because let's look at the number of chances created by the PSV. Whoa, they are not looking too bad here. Goal attempt, so for the PSV side, 9 goal attempts and 3 shot on goal against Juventus, so that's not a bad one. And if you look at it, they have actually dominated possession in that game, 62%.
Of course, they will.
62% ball dominance there against Juventus, who is 48. So there's possibility they can get a goal here.
Of course, there is a possibility, because PSV is they are going to walk the ball into the net. They don't take shots from outside. They don't do so well from. But they have Luke De Jong, who can actually close on their corner kicks and their crossings. When they revert to crossing, Luke De Jong can always fill in for them. And he can get a goal out of nothing. He's a very good header. And he could actually get you the one goal you're looking for. and so many bookies are looking for.
Yeah, of course, many bookies are looking for that right now. A lot of people, there's so many matches this weekend, starting from today.
Yes.
Today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the Saturday. There's a line of matches, So the bookies have a lot to book for.
Yes, actually, there are just too many opportunities. And of course, like it is with all bookings, people always get gaslighted,
And to the bookies, you can watch Premier Sport Fan Center. From our analysis, you know the body language, and you get some tips of who should be winning.
Yes, who you should be supporting.
Yeah.
Like Liverpool is playing AC Milan tonight. If you're smart, just go for Liverpool. However, AC Milan is going to get something out of it. They are playing at home. So they're not just going to watch Liverpool run riot. They are also going to do something at San Siro. It's not going to be funny. So AC Milan may also score. So you may want to go for Liverpool win or draw, or you want to go for both of them to score. I think those options are all doable if you want to open your options.
Yeah, if you want to open your options, yeah. Just do that. And the match right now is still going on in the Turkish Super League. It is the 57th minute, almost approaching an hour mark of that encounter. An hour mark. So it is going to be a corner kick here. Yeah, in this encounter. Corner kick to Galatasaray, quickly taking a short one from the left wing, and it swing that passes and to the man who dropped that one into the box there. They lost that one. Can they take a shot? The shot there. Oh, but blocked by the head, and it's going to be another corner kick this time around from the right wing.
Yeah, so the game is still 2-0, and the time is 70 minutes already, and a lot of pressure is on the Gaziantep without Victor Osimhen. If Osimhen is here, there will be much more pressure on them, because you know how aggressive Osimhen can be. He's always hyper. He's always super excited, and we expect him to bring a lot to the table. Not just us, but a lot of the fans as well. So let's go back to the match coming up later this evening. Liverpool and AC Milan. These two clubs have actually won the Champions League about 5 times each. Liverpool has won it 5 times, and I think AC Milan has got it 5 times as well.
AC Milan has won it 7 times.
7 times?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 times. Then Liverpool
has won it 5.
5 times, yeah.
So you're actually seeing giants.
AC Milan is the second.
On the table.
Yeah. After Juventus,
After
Real Madrid 15 times.
In their attack at Milan, Morata is spearheading the attack. And right behind Morata, you have Rafael Leo. Rafael Leo, wonderful Portuguese. Beautiful player. I love his gameplay. He
From the left.
can actually hold the ball for a long time. And he's so confident on the ball.
Sometimes he don't score, but their last game he scored because he actually changed from that left to the close to the right, to side of the right, center of the right.
Okay.
Yeah, he changed his position and he got that goal. I said, this is what I've been saying, because he always from that place makes sometimes some wayward crosses. Sometimes it just starts what he cannot finish. Start what he cannot finish. But now that it changed, he got that goal. For the first time, he used to score, but the first time I liked the way he changed that position. He tweaked that position and he got that goal. Okay,
but tonight he will be playing from his traditional left wing. He's supposed to cut in and support Morata. And Pulisic will be playing from the left wing. You have Reinders playing right behind Morata. And in the midfield, we'll have 2 holding midfielders here, Fofana and Loftus-Cheek. And in the defense, we have 4 holding 4 in that position. T. Hernandez, Tomori, Pavlovic, and Calabria will be at the defense, while Magnan will be in the goalpost. This is a very strong team, if you ask me. This is a very strong and young team. Apart from Morata and 1 or 2 other players who I can see are 29, 30 here. Most of them are under 25, 26, 25, and they're very smart players. Of course, Hernandez is older than that. Apart from that, a lot of people here are really young. And they'll be facing a very challenging Liverpool team too. Liverpool is parading Jota in front, and They're followed by Salah, Shobrozalai, Gakpo will be right there. McAllister and Gravenberch will be holding the midfield. And in the defense line, we have Tsimikas, Van Dijk, Konate, and Alexander Trent-Arnold. While their traditional, old, reliable Alisson will be holding the post line for them to avoid goals. So it's going to be a tough fixture, but there should be goals from either side for the two teams, if you ask me. It might be difficult to get a win in this kind of encounter, but with the experience of Liverpool and Champions League, I think they might just edge.
Oh, that was a side net.
Galatasaray almost had a beautiful goal there. Almost had a goal, but he just hit the side netting. Galatasaray is really putting a lot of pressure on Gaziantep. A beautiful gameplay by Batshuayi, and then their playmaker just struck the ball and hit the side net. He could have finished it better than that. But well, that's what he has. You can't give what you don't have.
All right, then Galatasaray looking good. I can see the fans still wanting more goals. That's why the fact they are up 2 goals against Gaziantep. They're still hungry for more goal. And right now it's the 64th minute of that encounter. And the match between Young Boys and Aston Villa, again we saw another goal that was chopped off. The second goal that was chopped off for Aston Villa, again a judge handball by the referee. So
that's it. That will have been the third.
That would be that would have been the fourth. First one we saw the first one, the first handball cancelled by the referee. We saw the first one there in the 43rd minute, a goal scored by Watkins, disallowed for handball. Then we now got another one in the 78th minute. That goal was scored by Duran. Yeah, it was also chopped off by the referee for handball again. So it's just like they are playing handball there.
Well, some people possibly have other careers apart from football. They have intentions. They possibly want to play the ball with the feet, but the hands had to assist the games. You know, tonight we'll also be looking at Real Madrid facing VSV Stuttgart. And this is like another giant facing Stuttgart. Well, Stuttgart has not been a bad team. I just don't think they're in the measure of Real Madrid in their present form. With the likes of those lions and demons in front, Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe, before any other defender. And they did well with that. And somehow, even after the way of getting these players hungry, Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo or Rodri, and then they have the likes of Valverde, you have Toni Kroos, you have Modric there, and they brought in some young players. Bellingham was one of them who saved them a lot last season. He just created 1 or 2 opportunities out of nothing and got them to the next round. And so you have their players to thank for that. They invest a lot in players. They actually pay to get the best players in the world. And that's what you get when you have the best legs. They can actually pull something out of the hat for you. And you have yourself to blame if you're not so lucky against those super players. So yes, Madrid should edge Stuttgart out tonight.
All right, we're hoping to see that. And the match is eating up here and the other encounter. It's 90 minutes in the match between Juventus versus PSV. It is 90 minutes. And it is 85 minutes in the match between Young Boys versus Aston Villa. Then 68 minutes into the match between Galatasaray versus Gaziantep at this point in time. And it's like the second half, the Gaziantep side have actually picked up a defensive way of holding on the Galatasaray. They are not too expressive like what we saw in the first half. They hold the ball, express themselves, created many chances, but it's absent in the second half.
I think it's Gaziantep that opened up the field. Gaziantep actually gave them too much respect in the first half of the game. The coach possibly spoke to them and advised them to reduce the respect, open up the gameplay. You know, you complained at first that why were they defending so hard when they were 2 goals down. But we can see now that they are not defending so hard again. They are opening the field up, and they are also taking part of the gameplay from the Galatasaray. Galatasaray is possibly the legs are getting tired. You know, the game is far gone already. We're looking at about quarter of an hour to the end of the game already, and you have these other ones coming out. The Gaziantep players are coming out. They are playing the ball. They are attacking. They had about 3 or 4 chances created in the last 5 minutes, and Galatasaray just had 1 chance created in that period. What it means is they are actually up, they are out. They desire to get some goals. Let's even have 1 or 2 consolation goals. Okay, if they get 1 goal now, it's game on. And should they score 1 more goal, they get a draw, and they can go away with a point from Istanbul. And that would be a big one for them if they get away with a point from Istanbul. You know, so Galatasaray are not doing badly, but Gaziantep, we know, is also making efforts to try and get something out of this game.
Yeah, let's see if they can get something out of this game. I think if they can get 1 goal, I think it will close up that gap, and it definitely encourage them. It will put them in the spirit of equalizing if they get that one. And Aston Villa make it 3 right now this time around. Let's see if that goal will stand. And it's Amadou Onana from Belgium who got that goal. Yeah, who got that goal for Aston Villa. Let's see if it's going to stand. And 90 minutes over in the match between Juventus versus PSV. 3 minutes additional time added and 3 minutes played out of the regulation time there in that encounter. So it is looking good for Juventus so far in this encounter against PSV. I think they go stand 3-0. 3 goal for, and it is like PSV want to put 1 in right now in this encounter. It's
becoming dimmer and dimmer. If your prediction was for PSV to score a goal, unfortunately, it doesn't look very good right now. If you had something on it, I think it's better to start taking your losses and be grateful about what you get if you can get anything out. Because 90 minutes plus injury time, it doesn't look so good for PSV. The chances are very dim for them to put 1 back. Juventus, if you ask me, Juve has performed beyond expectation today. They have actually shown that they are a big one in Champions League. They are not small at all. And PSV has to go back home and do their homework properly, and then prepare for the next match.
Yeah. So 3-1. I think any moment from now that match will end. Juventus versus PSV. Yeah.
Is it 3-1?
Yeah, 3-1 right now.
Oh, they actually scored 1.
They scored the goal. I think the goal counts.
Wow.
And the referee has just blown the final whistle in that encounter.
Wow.
So it ends 3-1 in that encounter. So it is still Aston Villa now 3-0 leading young boys there. So there is a substitute in the match between Galatasaray versus Gaziantep here. I think Adgon is been taken out and the mayor introduced the mid-buy in for Martens in the 72nd minute of this encounter. Yeah, later on we saw Gaziantep with 3 substitutions, where we have Sihan out and Madoki in, and Tadime out and Bakarta in. Then Kodro out and Caracas in. That was in the 70th minute. I think we are gradually seeing the impact of those substitutes in the match. And it is Gaziantep with the ball, 18 balls of the Galatasaray. But I think the referee has blown an offside in that move there. Yeah. So the match, Juventus ended 3-1 so far. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. But Juve got all the 3 points. This is a league, and it's the points that counts, not the goals now. So Juve and PSV have actually disappointed their fans. If people came down from Eindhoven with them, they have lost money. And bookies that predicted a win or draw for PSV will also have lost a lot of money. Just tear the ticket right away. Don't keep it. There's no more hope.
But this year, the 2 matches played, early match of the Champions League, I've actually seen over 2.5. Yeah, I've actually seen over 2.5, 4 goals in the first one and 3 goals in the second one here. So it's a good one. So the match continue. Galatasaray Gaziantep. Yeah. And we're having 16 minutes left to play into that match.
So just 15 minutes to go into regulation time for the match between Galatasaray and Gaziantep Football Club of Turkey. Both teams have actually shown a good account of themselves against all expectations. Gaziantep have actually come out very well in the second half. They came out pretty well. They attempted getting a goal back. Unfortunately, their efforts have not been rewarded. They haven't been able to secure any goal at all in the game. Galatasaray has played more of the recessive in this part of the game. They were a little bit laid back versus what they did in the first half, while Gaziantep took advantage of their lackadaisical or relaxed pattern of play in the second half. The game has just 14 minutes into regulation time, and goal line is 2 goals for Galatasaray of Istanbul, while Gaziantep FC of Turkey is yet to score.
Right, Gaziantep of Turkey yet to score in this encounter. I know a lot of fans will be looking forward to see Osimhen in the next one. Not only Osimhen, Victor Osimhen, Ismail Jacob, and Roland Salah. Yeah, because due to the transfer and the postponement.
Chance for Galatasaray, and it's a beautiful, well-worked goal. And Batshuayi will get his name on the scoreboard for tonight. I'm so glad for this young man.
He deserves this goal.
He has helped everybody get their goals, and he gets his own goal too. Yes, yes, yes. Do the dance, bro. Do the dance, bro. Do the dance, bro. You deserve it. He actually had a good game.
Honestly, he actually had a good game.
He assisted one. He was in pre-assist for one.
Yeah.
And then he got one. And throughout the game, he was actually the man.
Oh, this is an offside.
No, he wasn't.
It's an offside.
No, it's not. It's a goal. It's a goal.
Well, I hope the Turkey League has VAR.
Yes, even with VAR, it's a beautiful goal. You know.
All right, let's see the confirmation of that goal there. Yeah, but try actually ask the question. He has been everywhere in this game. We saw him in the first half. Yeah, the goal scored by Atgon was the assist was from Batshuayi, and his goal scored by Yilmaz and assist from Martins. But the build up and the ball to Martins, he was the one who actually passed it. Martins.
Exactly.
So he deserves his own goal, and yeah, he has gotten his own goal in this encounter. Yeah, congratulations to Batshuayi. Yeah. Yeah, if Osimhen were to be in this game, probably he will get his first goal.
I'm almost certain Osimhen will have scored by now, because if you look at Batshuayi's gameplay, it'd been more of holding for them to score. Osimhen will have been more offensive, much more aggressive. He will have been fighting tooth and nail, and he will possibly have buried 1 or 2 for himself.
Most of Osimhen's fans, they were celebrating that goal scored, but it was not Osimhen that scored that goal. He actually did that heading, but there was a touch, and it was not Osimhen's name. The goal was given to.
It was accounted as an assist for him.
Yeah, it was accounted as an assist for him. But to me, that goal would have been a goal, even though they touched the ball or not.
Yes,
because he actually got that heading very well. But so we are still expecting his first goal for Galatasaray. And to all Osimhen fans, bear it in mind that goal was not Osimhen that scored it.
No, it wasn't Osimhen. Osimhen is yet to score for Galatasaray.
Yeah, yet to score for Galatasaray. Yeah, yet to score for Galatasaray. And Gaziantep, let's see whether they can respond back this time around, trying to respond, but they got the corner out of that move there to get a goal here. So it's going to be a corner kick to Gaziantep at this point in time. Yeah, the goalkeeper of Galatasaray is not a bad goalkeeper.
No, Muslera has not done badly today. He, yes, that's his name. He hasn't done badly today. And the defense line have not been bad too. Sanchez, Badaki, Coutinho, and Egan, they have all kept their own lines properly. They haven't done badly. Torreira in the midfield and Sarah have also held their own properly. So Galatasaray, all round, they have performed well above 65-70% in this game. And a chance, and it was almost a goal for Gaziantep. It was just a last stage block by the goalkeeper who had a hand to the header, and that ball just went slightly off the goal line for another corner kick.
All right, you can see Gaziantep now mounting pressure on Galatasaray.
Yeah, they want to take something back home. At least give us a goal to take back home. All we are saying, give us one goal, something to take to our fans. That's what Gaziantep is saying right now. But no, Muslera, the goalkeeper of Galatasaray, will say no to that. You're not taking any goal off me tonight. I am keeping my clean sheet, and you guys are not going to disrupt that. We still have 10 minutes to go into regulation time. This is the 79th, 80th minute of the game. Galatasaray attacking from the right flank, but the ball will be defended for a corner kick to Galatasaray.
Yeah, corner kick to Galatasaray at this point in time. Yeah, 80th minute played so far in this encounter. It's 3-0. 3-0 to Galatasaray, leading at this point in time in their own home. Yeah, and you can see definitely their fans are happy. The fans of Galatasaray are happy. Last time out, we saw them 5-0 trash of a Razor Sport. You know, and the fans responded with all the
corner kick comes in, and the goalkeeper picks the ball. The Deodis will not allow that to be nodded by any player. He holds the ball and he's steadied himself, waiting for Batshuayi to leave his presence, lest he gives away another goal. And the ball comes to the end of the half of Galatasaray on the right flank. The Galatasaray right back will send the ball forward to the midfielder, and Sarah will move the ball forward to Batshuayi, and Batshuayi will look for another midfielder who sends it way off to Anyan on the right, and Anyan will look for Torreira. Torreira will look for Yilmaz, and then we're looking at moving the ball forward, and possession is lost.
Yeah, possession lost by Galatasaray. Back
Gaziantep will have the ball, and they will start again, and Galatasaray will recover. Gaziantep will attack again and takes a long shot. Will it go in? It is a goal!
From the middle of the park.
It was right on the half line. He took the shot. He saw the keeper off the line, and then he took a shot from the half line, and it went right into the net. 1 goal to Gaziantep and 3 goals to Galatasaray. And what a way to get your consolation goal. Beautiful. Wow. Right at the half line. Whoa. And whoa. Wow.
And even the Galatasaray fans, we are even clapping.
Classical.
Clapping for that for him.
I won't clap for him, especially when you're leading by 3 goals anyway. Boy, that was a superb goal. That should be the goal of the month. No, sorry. There's no taking from that goal. That should be the goal of the month. The distance was just, wow, that's like 50 feet from the goal post. Up is scored his own goal at 81 minutes, and we only hope that we can see more goals, especially from Gaziantep. It makes the game more interesting when the underdogs actually pull something out of the hat right here. So, yes, I think it's going to be nice to see another goal from Gaziantep against Galatasaray here.
Yeah, and the other match, Aston Villa, Young Boys, that one have ended. Aston Villa 3-0 in that encounter. They won that one comfortably. Unai Emery will be very happy right now with his boys. You know, they have a lot to do in the Champions League, but this is just the beginning. Let them not be like Newcastle last season. They came in the first match, they won, and we were celebrating their bag, but at the end of it, they didn't go far. But let's see, let's hope Aston Villa will represent themselves very well in this encounter.
There's a new direction to Champions League, so it's not going to be like the group stage we had last season. And the players, the clubs actually have the opportunity of playing more games now than before. I think they're going to play about 8 games in the preliminaries and then move on to the second round, the knockout stages. So they're going to enjoy themselves even if they are going home. You will have played a lot of games, and your fans will have seen a lot. You will have been able to get a lot of money from ticketing and from UEFA in the process. So even if Aston Villa doesn't make it beyond the first stage, they will have had something good enough for their Villa fans. And a lot of matches will have been played also at the Villa Park, and players in Emery will have shown that Aston Villa is actually here, and they are here to contend with the big boys. He has started today defeating young boys who are not debutants in Champions League, defeated them on their home soil 3-0. And he has just given an announcement that, look, we're here, we're going to be part of those who will wear the crown. Like they say in my language, we're part of the family now that control the crown. So it doesn't matter how long we fight for that title, but we have announced ourselves. So that's what I expect them to keep on. I think Unai Emery will continue with the consistency until they face much stronger opponents. They are going to continue with that consistency. Even if they don't win, they are not going to lose terribly. They're possibly going to be getting draws and getting a good margin that you can even clap for. Even if they lost, you're going to still celebrate them. You know.
Yeah, I think that was the check of that.
Yes, it's onside. It's onside. The passer was in front of the scorer, so it's actually onside.
So actually onside in that. This is 86 minutes of this encounter. 4 minutes to go to the end of this encounter. 4 minutes left, and let's hope the additional minutes will not be lengthy here. You know, because any moment from now the Champions League will start.
I don't think there was much disruption in the game. Just changes. There wasn't really any technical situation that demanded wasting of time. Nobody was seriously injured. So I don't expect them to have more than 4 minutes for injury time in this game. This is 87th minute. Let's just say altogether we're looking at 7 minutes to the close of this game.
7 minutes to the close of this game. And Galatasaray is still building momentum here. A corner kick taken but cleared out. And back into the hands of the defense of Gaziantep, who are building up into the half of Galatasaray. But hey, the Galatasaray have actually taken that possession right now. So Galatasaray in the center circle, building momentum. Yeah, good one there. Continue with that. Yeah, so that is it. Galatasaray with the ball again, taking that throwing, quickly taking, and Galatasaray building momentum from the left, dominating position in the midfield there. And Batshuayi with the ball, returned that one to his man there. Still Galatasaray with the ball. And a fine link-up play there, trying to, but hey, they've been dispossessed of the ball. And is right now in the hands of the Gaziantep, who guided that one for a goal kick at this point in time. Yeah,
and so the ball comes into touch for a goal kick to Gaziantep. The goalkeeper will restart the game from the spot, and Gaziantep will take this forward. They have 1 or 2 minutes in regulation time to try and pull something out of the hat in this game. We have just 1 or 2 minutes before 90 minutes for Gaziantep to try and score the second goal. They scored a beautiful stunner for a first goal. Can they do that again? Would there be such an opportunity? We have just a few minutes to watch and wait for. Galatasaray has fouled one of the Gaziantep players. There is a foul that has been awarded to Gaziantep, which will be played right in the half line on the side of Galatasaray. The player standing off the ball is Viana, and it takes a longish one into the 18-yard of Galatasaray, but Galatasaray will send it back. Batshuayi has been pushed off the ball. Is it a foul? Yes, the referee has given a foul to Galatasaray for that push on our striker.
Yeah, but Batshuayi, I think he should be the man of the match for today.
He actually deserves to get it. He has put in a lot. He worked tirelessly, and his work output actually produced the goals that they wanted. And he got all the 3 points. He assisted one, pre-assisted one, and scored one. And in all the gameplay in the front, he has put a lot of pressure on the defense line. He put a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper as well. And whenever there was a pass for him, he also had a good holding to wait for his teammates to arrive while he held the opponents. So Batshuayi has distinguished himself. Yilmaz also had a very good game in this encounter. He played so well. He scored the first goal. He actually softened the pressure on Galatasaray. You know, that's something about the first goal. You open up the game, and you give your team some comfort. You give them some confidence. And Yilmaz did that for the team. And he has actually been on that pressure all along. A tireless worker too. He has played very well. His rating so far is 4.5, while Batshuayi's rating is 4.2 so far. So Yilmaz is actually the highest rated player as at this time. Batshuayi 4.2, Martens 4.2. Agon, before he was taken out, got 4.1. Sarah will go 4.2. Torreira will get 4.2. And the defense line all over share 4.1. So as it stands, Yilmaz looks like the man with the best points in this game.
Yeah, he must look highly rated. And if you also check the other rating, we have different rating, bodies. You know?
Yes.
We have different, some rated based on their own personal view. Others rate also on their own personal. It's also rated high here on this part of it.
Yes.
This part of it, yeah. So I think it looks good to be the man of the match.
Yeah, because he's actually putting a lot of effort, and he's actually contributed a lot in the game. In fact, he's been more visible than Batshuayi in this game. If you want to be technical about it.
So it is 4 minutes additional time in this encounter. 4 minutes additional time.
So we have 3 minutes to play. This is the 91st minute of the game. We have just 3 minutes to play. Galatasaray will want to see the ball go out of play, but no. Gaziantep will say no. They contested for the ball, put pressure on the defense of Galatasaray. Galatasaray will move the ball very quickly into the midfield, and Gaziantep will take possession one more time from Galatasaray. The ball goes back to the goalkeeper of Gaziantep, and the young man will try and send the ball forward quickly. They know they have just 3 minutes, and he's sending a longish one right into the half of Galatasaray. Ball comes to the defense line. Galatasaray defenders will try and hold the ball, and it comes back to their number 2 man, Coutinho, who will try and defend the ball, but Gaziantep will block it from being taken far, and it's a throw-in awarded to Galatasaray at the left of their own half.
Yeah, and you can see the Galatasaray fans, some already going out because it's like done and dusted victory for them. Maximum 3 points. I'll take them top of Fenerbahce on the table there.
I think it's 2 points now.
Yeah, 2 points.
2 points above Fenerbahce. Yes.
Right now. So top of after five
matches. Yeah.
Yeah. So they are top right now with 2 points ahead of Fenerbahce. And on Saturday, during the weekend, they'll be meeting again. Instead of Saturday, Sunday, it will
be a head-to-head.
Yeah, there will be a head-to-head between these two sides. And Osimhen will be playing in that one too. Yeah.
And that is a game we look forward to.
Yeah, that is a game we look forward to. And right now, just having 1 minute and some seconds left to play this, to end this encounter. To me, it's done and dusted for Galatasaray. They're taking all the 3 points. 3-1. There's no magic here for Gaziantep.
Yes, just 1 minute to go, and I don't see Gaziantep scoring 2 goals in 1. And now Galatasaray advances. The ball comes to Yilmaz from the right, and who crosses, and the ball goes, and the goalkeeper, Diodis, will stop the ball from going in. Otherwise, Galatasaray will have ended up with a 4th goal. That was a beautiful shot from the number 30 man for Galatasaray, Aylan, who is on the yellow card anyway. Beautiful shot from him.
Wow, beautiful shot there. Left-footed shot there. The goalkeeper saw that one and was well positioned. He threw himself and got that save there. And
Gaziantep will attack from the right. Ball comes to the penalty area of Galatasaray. Will he cross? He tries to cross, but Galatasaray defender will not allow that. And the ball has been stopped for a goal kick to Galatasaray.
Yeah, ball has been stopped for goal kick to Galatasaray. And 94 minutes, 4 minutes additional time, over. So we're just waiting for the referee now. Waiting for the referee.
Oh no, pardon me. It's a corner kick to Gaziantep. The corner kick to Gaziantep. This might just be the last touch of the game. Might be the last opportunity to score a goal, but definitely not an opportunity to change the margin of the result.
No,
a beautiful shot was taken. It was a big volley right over the net. Had the post been double, it would still not have entered. That should be the end of the game. And the referee puts the whistle in his mouth and he blows into it and he says, we've had enough. Guys, let's go home. The
All
game
right.
has ended. Galatasaray 3,
Yeah.
Gaziantep 1.
Yeah, congratulations to Galatasaray. I think that's how far we can go so that we can continue with the next match.
Yes.
So the next match, remember, the Champions League is on. We've seen the early start kickoff of the first match is played. Juventus versus PSV and Young Boys versus Aston Villa. We've seen the first two matches. But another match that is coming up is the big one for the day. The big ones for the day. And that is the match between AC Milan versus Liverpool. And then we have in Real Madrid versus Stuttgart. And in the EFL, Manchester United will be on the feature today in the EFL. So, well, let's not waste our time. Don't go nowhere. Just stay tuned. We'll be back for those exciting matches that is on the lineup for today. Thanks for staying with us.
Thank you.